This is Taiwan Talk.
This is Taiwan Talk on ICRT.
I'm Eric Smith, and welcome to Taiwan Talk. Taipei-based musical group A Moving Sound is fast becoming one of Taiwan's most well-known modern cultural treasures, sitting alongside such groups as Cloudgate or the U Theater Drumming Group. A Moving Sound has been getting lots of media attention of late, including being featured on the Discovery Channel, BBC, The Huffington Post, Lonely Planet, and more. A Moving Sound is primarily comprised of Mia Xie from Taiwan and American Scott Prairie, who banded together as a couple and co-workers a decade ago. I spoke with Mia and Scott at their practice space in New Taipei Xingdian, and they told me a bit about their history and music.
I wasn't from a traditional music world background. I'm similar to Scott. I was more interested at the beginning the contemporary experimental theater world. And my story is like most Taiwanese people, their journey is to trying to find our own identity in such a mixed culture and mixed concept.
I was in New York City doing my thing as a singer-songwriter and working with dance companies. And Mia came to New York City to study voice, and she was on a Fulbright scholarship. And we basically ran into each other dancing. There was something it's called contact improvisation. It's a form of dance.
Okay.
It's a jam in a big space. People are dancing, and I met her there. And
Just randomly.
Randomly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yuan Fan.
Uh-huh. Yuan Fan.
Yes. Yeah, we ran into each other, and and then she was there for some months, and we collaborated on a few projects. And actually, I thought she might move to New York, but later she told me that was never a consideration. And but I came to visit Taiwan, and I really, really loved it, and just decided, okay, I'll just relocate.
But before that time, before coming to Taiwan, you weren't playing necessarily Asian-related music. You were playing what?
Yeah, kind of like alternative rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had a band and everything?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A singer-songwriter, working at the best I could there. And kind of just breaking even. When I came to Taiwan, I just felt there was very fertile and just felt it was a good feeling. And so, yes, I switched my focus when I came here. It's a little bit like a new palette, a new set of colors. And actually, I started in classical music as a French horn player, so I'd already kind of switched once from classical to more experimental pop music. So this was kind of just another creative opportunity. I was inspired. That was a feeling. I mean, first of all, I was really inspired by Mia's voice, which I came to know in New York and then on the phone as she sang to me in the interim between me moving. And she has a really unique, it's a beautiful voice, and her whole approach to music is non-Western. And so I just really like her voice as a instrument itself. And then there was the Chinese instruments. We use erhu, and most people know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a vertically played violin.
Right.
And then another instrument is called zhongran. And zhong is middle size. Ran is a form of guitar.
Okay.
So it's like a guitar.
Is it plucked?
Yes. And so I really like the sound of these instruments. And so for me, I was inspired really by the sound qualities of her voice and the instruments, and then I just let myself kind of absorb the different scales, tone, feeling, ideas of Chinese music, and I didn't really try to copy very much. I just let myself absorb it, and then inspiration came, and we create pieces. It's original music that has a sense of Chinese music, but also other kinds of Asian music, like Central Asian music, even a little bit of Indian occasionally. And within Taiwan, there are many forms of music also. There's folk music, classical music.
Would you shy away from the term fusion?
No. Sometimes fusion has a weird
connotation.
Right.
Yeah.
You think of like 1980s.
Sure. Yeah. But you are, in the truest sense of the word, it is a fusion of cultures and musical styles. And that was a little sample of a track called Market Song. Tune in tomorrow for more music and info on A Moving Sound. Thanks for listening to Taiwan Talk. I'm Eric Smith.
This is Taiwan Talk.
This is Taiwan Talk on ICRT.
Welcome to Taiwan Talk. I'm Eric Smith, and today we're continuing our chat with Mia Xie and Scott Prairie, who together make up the musical group A Moving Sound. Mia and Scott told me about their musical inspirations and about their upcoming December 8th performance at the Red Theater in Taipei Ximending.
I have been trying to find my own identity through the arts and culture. The turning point is when I went to New York, the place I met Scott. I saw all kind of just contemporary postmodern work, and that reached to a point like I feel something I need more is from my roots. So when I came back from New York, finished my scholarship, the first thing I studied is Nanguan. Yeah, that was something. Traditional music was something when I was a kid, I really like it, but this culture forbidden you to really involve in more emotionally. Yeah, because
so Nanguan comes from mainland China, from Fujian province. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but actually now in Taiwan it's even more active than in China.
So when you sing, do you sing in what we call Taiwanese?
Yes, and it's very classical Taiwanese, like what you say, the Shakespeare's language. Very artistic.
But do local people understand what you're singing?
They don't quite able to understand all the words. But the main spirit of, those kind of things, the meditative, because Nanguan music was not for performance. It was for your own inner spiritual practice.
Maybe I can help clarify, because Mia is not just singing in Nanguan music, Nanguan style. Our songs have a lot of different inspiration. So there are a few pieces that are like this, that are reinterpretations of Nanguan, but there's other pieces. We have a really great piece that's about the earth god, Totegong. In that piece, she's singing in Taiwanese. In another piece, it might even be just totally made-up language from her kind of own creative style. And another piece is Mandarin.
You have a performance at the Red House Theater in Ximending on December 8th.
Saturday night at 7:30.
Okay.
And we're going to do a really interesting program. In English, the title is In Love with Taiwan. And we've done a lot of really interesting creative and artistic music over our 10 years. And now we've arrived at a set of songs that are specifically inspired by people, places, and things in Taiwan. And you might get a laugh if you hear one song. I don't know if you've ever heard the truck that goes around, and Pai Dong, Pai Ti Te Lai Bei.
Is he selling something, or is he collecting recycling?
You got it.
Okay. Right. That guy.
So it's that guy that collects broken metal.
Right.
And we've made a song about it, and relates to broken hearts, and it's really funny. It's really funny. So that's like one example.
Yes, and it can be from many different dimensions, like from the landscape, and like what Scott sing is a daily life sound, and that give you inspiration, because in our daily life in Taiwan, actually you hear many sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sound is part of the inspiration for creating.
In fact, I can never stop hearing sounds in Taiwan. Jackhammers in particular.
Songs about barking dogs.
Yeah. was a sample of the beautiful voice of Mia Xie from A Moving Sound. For more info about the group, visit www.amovingsound.com. And don't forget the group will be performing at the Red Theater at Taipei's Ximending on December 8th at 7:30 p.m. I'm Eric Smith, and thanks for tuning in to Taiwan Talk.